Good morning, everybody. Joe Chacho here. Happy Thursday to everybody. Hope everybody's doing safe out there, driving safe, and staying safe. So, today, a couple things. I want to start off with Miracle still has the 8% bonus when you hit their 40,000 mark. Go to the website, you'll see the information on that there. Sagicor also has a 15% bonus on their No Lapse UL. Good for a couple more months on any applications that you write. Both of them, you write your regular commission, you get a bonus on top. A lot of agents are pushing those carriers there for the mere fact is they're using that money to pay for leads to offset their lead costs. Okay. Throughout the weeks, throughout the years, what ends up happening is that as agents, we get ourselves all worked up. So today I want to talk about a positive mindset on what you can do to kind of change the way you think, kind of place some different thought processes into where you're going when you go out every single day. So a couple things that we can have the best mindset, yet we've got to understand, realize there are certain facts in our business that we have to deal with. And the number one fact is that we're going to have ups and downs. You can have the greatest personality, be the best closer in the whole world, yet you're not going to sell every single person out there. I hate even saying that because when I go to a house, I want to make a sale to every single person. And regardless how good you are, you're going to run across people who are going to give you 7 million rebuttals, and you're not going to be able to overcome them just because, and sometimes it's not you, it's just them not wanting to commit. So number one, people are going to say things. There's going to be ups and downs, weekly, monthly, whatever. Number two, chargebacks. Chargebacks is a normal part of our game. Now, the only way for us to possibly hold back on chargebacks is to close the deal better, which we're going to talk about that another time. How to close and do a cool out, a cool walk down to get out. Chargebacks. Number three, people not being at home is normal. So it doesn't matter anything about the stars, how they line up, in my opinion. It has to do with timing. Everything that we do in life is timing. So let's talk about ups and downs, chargebacks, and people not being home. With that said, when you do get in front of somebody, you knock on the door, they say yes, you maybe got to go through a couple rebuttals to get in the house. So the most important thing is that to get your mind set to where you have more confidence when you're at the door and they're giving you a hard time, you got to know what to say. The lead is an opportunity, it's an excuse, it's a reason just to go to somebody's door. You can cold call somebody's door without a lead. You're going to get same, sometimes a different rebuttal. I got no idea what you're talking about. But as you know, guys, we get the same thing in their name, their phone number, their address, everything's on there, and they still don't remember. So your mindset at that door has got to be set to where you can move to the left and you can move to the right. Because if you get offended, you get your feelings hurt very easily, you're thin skinned, you need to revisit whether you're going to be in a door knocking business where you're visiting people at their home. Because regardless how much money you can make, what commission you have, what you buy leads for, you got to have the guts to walk up to a door, and you got to have the wherewithal to know what file to pull out on what they tell you. Number two, when you get into the house, your mind's got to be clear. Can't worry about that chargeback you have. Sometimes it does to me, so I can't say you can't forget that stuff. Yet you got to sit and say, okay, when I'm walking up to this house, all of that negative energy I had, I gotta let stay in the car. So when you close that door, you're letting all that negative energy sit there, but you leave your back window open a little bit so it can slowly seep out of that back window, so when you get into that car, it's not full of all that negative energy. You're gonna close that door, you're gonna walk up to the house, and now you're saying it's game time, it's showtime. I know how to get into a door. If I want to cross a rebuttal, I know that I've got that in file 2, locker number 6, drawer 7. I'm set, I'm ready to go. got to practice. Just because you got them sitting up there, you got to know how to open that drawer. You got to know how to extract the information from there. And now you got to know how to deliver it. Now you got to have voice inflection when you're at that door. So what ends up happening is that everybody goes through, you want to rush. Hello, my name is Joe. You start going 90 miles an hour. Tap those brakes. Slow down. Because what you're doing, your mindset may be right, but your mind's rushing. And what happens when you go to a door and your mind is rushing, that person may get a little nervous, a little bit intimidated, may think you're some con artist, they may think you're some thief because they heard something on the news this morning. You got no idea what they're thinking because we don't have the ability to read minds. So you get into the house. You start speaking to people. And they tell you, I'm on some medications. And you sit and say, okay, you need to find out what medications they're on. Get your mind set. I got to find out the medication because medication, how you answer the questions, if it's a 1 year look back, a 2 year look back, a 3 year look back, I have to know the rules per application per carrier because it's different with every carrier. Some carriers we have a 2 year look back on cancer, some we've got 3, some we have 4-year look back. So if you want to sell a certain carrier, you got to know what the look back is on cancer, heart attack, stroke, what the rules are on hepatitis, Parkinson's, COPD, because this is what happens. Now I'm going to kind of skirt to the right for a second. Agent goes into a house and the client gives them the signals. You know something, Joe, I want to buy something today. I'm a little bit in a hurry. You mind if we can kind of wrap this up here? I take just a couple of medications, but they're nothing serious or anything. Can you give me a price? So all we see, as I've done before, you get excited. You hear cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. You're thinking you're going to make a sale. So you say, well, I'm going to get you on the phone with my favorite carrier, or I'm going to do an actual application on my iPad. I'm going to get you approved right then and there. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, Joe, here's my checking account number. That premium is perfect. Yeah, I want it. You go through all the process, and what you get is denied. Tap those brakes, guys. You must be in control of that house by the way you set your mind up and how you let the client know that you're in charge. When a client rushes you, we talk about this in a different call because these are a lot of different things. You got to tell them, hold on a minute, I need to ask you some questions, okay? Because if they're rushing you, it could be an innocent thing. I wrote one application. God, this was in Hudson, Florida when I first started. Golly, guys, probably over 20 years ago. Walked in this lady's house. She says, I need to go to work and I do want some life insurance. How's your health? Fine. And back then you had to worry about medication, but it really wasn't as strong back then. Underwriting was lenient, medications were lenient. All they wanted us to do was throw in applications. Walked into the house. She says, Joe, I want a policy for $5,000. What the premiums were, I don't recall. She says, I want that one there. She says, as I am getting my checking account information, ask me the questions as I'm finding my checkbook and I answer them for you. I'm writing about 100 miles an hour. I was in and out of that house probably in 10 minutes. The sale went through. It doesn't happen all the time. I've rushed before and ended up giving them the wrong price. Then I got to come back with a higher price. So your mind has got to sit and say, I am in control. I need to tap the client's brakes. I need to tap my brakes. I need to slow it down a little bit. Because what happens now, you're getting too far in front of yourself and you're going to sit and mess up. So we have to know prescriptions. Number 2, we've got to know underwriting. And then number 3, when you're there, they're going to come back with something. You got to have some rebuttals lined up. And it's okay, guys, to have some rebuttals lined up on a piece of paper that you have off to the side. People can't read upside down. I want to think about it. I can't afford it. Today's not a good day. Have that stuff written down. Have a little sheet on the side. Well, Joe, that don't look too cool. Who cares what it looks like? What you're looking at is that you want to look cool in your checking account. Client's not saying, Joe, what is that? Is that a cheat sheet on how to come back on a rebuttal? They're not going to say that to you guys. Put it out there. Hold it off to the side. Yeah, yes, ma'am. Think about it for a second. Gather your thoughts and come back with something. So the only way I feel that you can have a better mindset to where you got all the fog and the cloud out of your mind. You have to be more prepared every day. So when you go to a house and they give you a left hook or they give you a jab, you're going to sit and turn to the left, you're going to turn to the right, and you're going to take it and you're going to say, this don't bother me. I'm prepared. I am ready. I've got the strength, I've got the knowledge, and I've got the wherewithal that I know where that is in my file cabinet, and I'm going to pull it out. Now, you're going to go out today. First house you go to is not going to be home. Second house you go to, you're going to make the greatest presentation in the entire world. You actually slam dunked it. You did great. And they're going to sit and tell you, I want to think about it. You come back with the best rebuttal, and you don't make the sale. You walk out, and you get in your car, but you got that window down in your car, that back window, that all that energy, that negative energy you had. When you get in the car, you got to say, you know something? It's just part of the game. It's part of the business. I've used this example before, guys. You have to be prepared for the good and the bad. You got no idea if that pitcher is going to throw you a fastball, a curveball, a knuckleball, a changeup. You got no idea, because the pitcher and the catcher are the only ones knowing what pitch is, unless the dugout manager is telling the catcher what to tell the pitcher. So when you're up to bat every single time when you play baseball, you have no idea what pitch is coming at you. And you've got less than a half of a second to decide, do I swing or do I not swing? And that's the way I want you guys to be prepared when you go into a house. Now granted, you're going to have a second or two to have a comeback when they say something. You can even repeat their question to give you more time to talk. So you got to be prepared. Preparation will make your mindset and your nerves a little bit more relaxed. When you start tapping those brakes and you start slowing down, you start breathing. Because what ends up happening, it's a fact, when you get nervous, you hold your breath. When you hold your breath, you get sometimes a little flush. When you get flushed, everything in your body, it doesn't shut down, but it starts to slow down, because your body's saying, Joe, I need some air. Joe, I need some oxygen. And what ends up happening, we don't realize we actually shut down for a second. When you sneeze, your body shuts down. Nanosecond. When you're in a house and they throw you a curveball and you go, my God, where do I get that from? What file cabinet do I open? What happens is that you get inside, you get all exasperated, and what ends up happening, you lose your train of thought. So I actually want you guys to get hit in the face a couple times. I want you to skin those knees. I've said this before. Practice makes perfect, yet a professional goes to school every day. A professional learns every day. A professional learns ways to tweak their presentations, enhance their rebuttals, knows how to relax a little better, knows a proper way to sit, reading body language, understanding the atmosphere you're in. Is the TV on? Is the TV off? Are the kids hollering? Are the kids in the bedroom? Do I actually have my client's attention? That all comes with practice, practice, and practice. And with that there, it comes with the word preparation. And when you sit down and you actually sit and think about this here, the more I learn at home, the better I'm going to be when I'm at work. When we went to school, guys, we kind of learned when we were in class, as you will when you're making a presentation. Yet where you learned more and reinforced your knowledge for a test was when you either went home or went to the library to do your homework. So it's the same thing we've got to do now. You got to go home and do homework. Preparation, knowledge, underwriting, carrier, look back questions, how do the questions read? Is this a maintenance drug? Is this a treatment drug? Preparation. I can't say it more. Prepare yourself, because believe it or not, the more you're prepared when you go into a house, the more relaxed you are, the more those juices are flowing in your heart and brain. Because you know something?
We talk about the 12-inch rule between the heart and the brain when it comes to a client telling you a yes to your presentation. We got to think about the 12-inch rule for us between our heart and our brain. Is our heart into the game? Is our brain giving us the proper signals that we know what we're doing? And when you put all this together, okay, I promise you, you're going to do a whole lot better. With that said, guys, make it a great week. Be on the call Monday. If you got any questions, call us. Jay's already had 2 phone calls because of Matt's call on Medicare subs. Henry sent out 2 carrier apps for 2 agents to sign up for Medicare supplements. So think about it. Doesn't cost you anything to sign up. It's something great to have in your book. Make it a great day. Call us if you need anything. Drive safely, guys. Bye-bye.